Last class we discussed about the alternating current and mean value of AC, and the importance of mean value of AC and the RMS value of AC, because the alternating current is changes its magnitude with respect to time continuously, and also it changes its direction at regular interval of time. So we have to find the mean value of AC and the RMS value of AC. What is RMS value of AC? RMS value of alternating current is defined as, right here, RMS value of alternating current is what? IRMS, which is denoted by IRMS or I effective. IRMS or I effective is the RMS value of alternating current, which is defined as the square root of mean of all the square current over one complete cycle. Square root of mean of, this is mean of all the square current over one complete cycle. Here we are taking square current. In the mean value of AC, we are taken the value of current. Here we are taking the squared current. Okay, you remember this? This is one of the most important point. Okay, IRMS or I effective is defined as the square root of mean of the squared value of current over one complete cycle. Why we are taking one complete cycle? In the last question, mean value of AC, we are taking only positive or negative half cycle, but here we are taking one complete cycle. Why? Because in the positive half cycle the current is positive I, in the negative half cycle the current is minus I. Okay, but the square of I is I square, the square of minus I is also I square, not minus I square. Okay, both of them gives the value of I square. So we are taking one complete cycle here. Then how to find this value? Okay, before that we just know the physical meaning of IRMS, that means the RMS value of alternating current. What is the RMS value of alternating current? Before we are going to the definition, just I will tell you one example. I want to boil 5 liters of water within half an hour. Okay, now I send an alternating current which ranges from 0 to 10 ampere, because this is alternating current, this is continuously varying current, we didn't give the particular value. Okay, so we are now allowed to pass the alternating current of 0 to 10 ampere in the 5 liters of water. The 5 liter of water is exactly boiled in half an hour. Okay, then you are allowed to pass a 6 ampere of steady current in the same 5 liter of water. It boils 5 liter of water exactly at half an hour. So the 6 ampere of current does the same work as the work done by the alternating current in the same time. So the work done is equal in the two cases. So we compare these two cases. The alternating current does the same work and the steady current also do the same work. Here the work done is same within half an hour. So the rate of doing work is same. The work done is same. It provides the same heat. The rate of doing work is same. That means power is same. So we can termed the 6 ampere of current is RMS current of alternating voltage. RMS current of alternating, RMS value of alternating current, not voltage. The RMS value of alternating current is here 6 ampere, because which gives the same work done. So the RMS value of alternating current is defined as the steady current which provides or which gives the same, which does the same amount of work done as done by the alternating current in the same circuit in the same time. So here the heat is same, the work is same, the power is also same. So we can represent alternating current in terms of RMS. Okay, good. How to find The question is how to find IRMS in the expression form. So IRMS is equal to the square of, that means square root of area of squared wave, over one complete cycle, by the total base length of one cycle. Don't forget, here we have taken one cycle. So this is the way to find out the sum of square of all the currents in one complete cycle. How to find the sum of square of all the current in one cycle? There is only way. We are finding the area of square wave over one complete cycle, and then we can divide this value with base length of one cycle. Then we are taking the square root, that gives the IRMS. That is the only way. Okay, so look at the above diagram. Here in this graphical representation, theta is taken in the x-axis and I square is taken in the y-axis. Here I is the black continuous line which represents alternating current, and I square is the red dotted lines which is I square. So now we have to find the area of I square wave in one complete cycle. So we have to find this area and this area. This is 1/2 cycle, this is 1/2 cycle. So we have to find the area of I squared wave of one complete cycle. This we have to find this first. How to find? We can divide this area into large number of elementary strips. Here I divide one elementary strip. Here I notify one elementary strip, which breadth is d theta and the length is I square. That is mid ordinate is I square. So first you should find the small area. Here the small area is dA, which is equal to I square into d theta. If we integrate this dA with the proper limits, then we get the value of area, the total area of one complete cycle of the square wave. Okay, how? dA is equal to I square d theta. Then we want to find A, then we have to apply proper limits 0 to 2 pi here because we are taking one complete cycle. So 0 to 2 pi I square d theta. We know very well this I is nothing but that is instantaneous value of current. The instantaneous value of current is what? I is equal to Im sin omega t, instantaneous value of alternating current. V is equal to what? Vm sin omega t. I is equal to Im sin omega t, V equal to Vm sin omega t. So instead of I square, A is equal to the area A is equal to interval of 0 to 2 pi I square. Instead of I square, Im square sin square, instead of omega t we write theta. So theta into d theta. This Im square is constant, so we take out remaining terms 0 to 2 pi sin square theta d theta. We can write sin square in terms of cos, that is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 into d theta. Okay, good. Everything going good. The next step is what? Area A is equal to Im square by 2, because this 2 is a constant, we can't integrate. So 0 to 2 pi 1 multiple by 1 with d theta. D theta is multiplied inside. So 1 into d theta minus the integral being separated. So cos 2 theta d theta. Okay, the next A is equal to Im square by 2, integral of d theta is what? Integral of d theta is theta, minus integral of cos 2 theta d theta is sin 2 theta by 2 into 0 to 2 pi. Then next step is what? Applying limits inside the values. So Im square by 2, first apply the upper limit. Instead of theta, here we write 2 pi minus sine 2 into theta. Theta means here 2 pi. 2 into 2 pi, 4 pi. 4 pi by 2. This is upper limit minus lower limit. Lower limit is 0. Instead of theta, 0 minus sine 2 into theta. Instead of theta, lower limit is 0. So sine 2 into 0, sine 0. So sine 0 by 2. This is what? Lower limit. Sine 0 by 2. Okay. So A is equal to, the total area A is equal to IM square by 2. Here sine 4 pi is equal to, I write some important terms here. Sine 4 pi is equal to sine 0 is equal to 0. Because sine 0, here starting here, pi, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi. So sine 0 is equal to sine 4 pi is equal to 0. The value of sine 0 equal to sine 4 pi equal to 0. Here I write one expression, sine square theta can also be written as what? 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Then another one step, integral of cos 2 theta d theta gives what? Sine 2 theta by 2. This is the expressions I substituted here. Okay. Then next step is, so here 2 pi is that minus sine 4 pi. Sine 4 pi is 0. So 0. 0 minus sine 0 is 0. So everything will be 0. So the final answer becomes A is equal to 2 pi Im square by 2. So A is equal to 2 get cancelled. So pi into Im square. This is area. This is area, not the final expression. This is area. So now I find the area of square wave over one complete cycle, which is equal to pi m square, pi into Im square. Okay. Base length of one cycle is, what is the base length here? Starting here, ending. So what is the total base length? The total base length is nothing but it is 2 pi. So IRMS, we have to find IRMS. IRMS is equal to square root of area of square wave over one complete cycle is pi into Im square divided by base length of one complete cycle is 2 pi. Now pi get cancelled. So the final expression is IRMS is equal to Im square, root of Im square by 2. Root of Im square by 2, square get cancelled, square into square root get cancelled. So then Im by root 2. Im by root 2, 1 by root 2, the root value is 1.414, 1 by 1.414. So IRMS value, next step is 0.707 Im. This is the final expression. So the IRMS, the RMS value of alternating current is equal to 0.70 times of maximum current. Here which is greater, maximum current or RMS current? Maximum current is greater. The RMS current of alternating voltage is equal to 70.7% of its maximum current, its peak value of the current. Okay, that is the final expression, final conclusion. So that is the expression for IRMS. IRMS equal to Im by root 2. Then VRMS equal to what? Here I equal to Im sin omega t, V equal to Vm sin omega t. Likewise here IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. So VRMS is equal to what? Vm by root 2. That is VRMS is equal to 0.707 Vm. So RMS value is nothing but, I gave one example. I hope you understood this. What is RMS? Root means square. How to find RMS? Area of square wave over one complete cycle by base length. How to find the area of square wave of one complete cycle? By dividing the area into many elementary strips. Here we take one strip. That area is I square d theta. When we integrate this small area, we get total area. How to integrate I square d theta? Substitute the value of I square. Im square is common, which is taken out. So 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Where it comes, I wrote here. Okay. Then next step, d theta is multiple by inside. So d theta, integral of d theta minus integral of cos 2 theta d theta. Integral of cos 2 theta gives sin 2 theta by 2. Then applying upper limit first, then minus of lower limit. Here one important point, the sin 4 pi sin 0 equal to 0. So everything will be 0 except 2 pi. So 2 get cancelled. The final answer becomes a pi m square. Sorry, a is equal to pi into im square. This is total area, not the IRMS. So IRMS is equal to total area of square wave of one complete cycle. But base length, here the base length is 2 pi. So pi get cancelled, root of im square by 2. So square root and root are cancelled, then IRMS equal to im by root 2. 1 by root 2 is equal to 0.707. So the final answer is IRMS is equal to 0.707 im. I hope all of you understood well. I hope you understand the concept also. You write the definition of RMS in your exams, but you first understood what is RMS value, why we find RMS value. Okay. In our household electrical circuits, most of the voltage is represented in RMS. What is the voltage given in our household electrical circuit? That is 220 or 230 volt. That 230 volt is RMS voltage. So the 230 volt RMS is supplied in our household electrical circuits. Then we have to find the VM. How to find VM? VM is equal to root 2 into VRMS. Here suppose VRMS is 230 into root 2, you get the value of VM. VM means V maximum. In this way we calculate VM, the voltage maximum. Okay. I hope this video is very much useful for you. Make use of this video. We will see the next video with a new question. Till then, bye friends, bye my dear students. Thanks.